Hello, 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 and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So I was working on digging out the path for the massive road that's going to run between all of my build projects, and I heard a bit of growling. So I dug down a little bit, and I found a zombie spawner here. And what I think we're going to do is we are going to build a massive trading hall where we can buy everything that we can from the villagers. Part of why we are building it over here at a zombie spawner is because right now there is a bug in the game where every time a zombie spawner spawns a zombie villager, all of the villagers in the surrounding area drop their prices to 1 emerald. Now this is probably going to get fixed next update, so that's why we are building this now, so that hopefully we can take advantage of this before it gets patched. So I'm going to go dig out a nice big area for this, and then I will be right back. Alright, so the space here is cleaned out, so now all we need to do is get some villagers, or cure some zombie villagers. But what I'm thinking that we're going to do for our trading hall design is we're going to go down another row here and put in a floor out of stone bricks along the outer 2 blocks. And then we'll go in another 2 blocks and we will use stone brick slabs to make a walkway. So our villagers will be in cells along the outside wall here, and this wall is made just big enough that they will always get the trading discount whenever a zombie villager spawns. And we'll just have little 1x2 cells all along here. For them, we'll have the trading stations out in the front and a trapdoor on top of that. And then we will waterlog the block that they stand on. But that is just about it for the design. So I am going to go try and get some zombie villagers. Alright, so I've gotten our 2 villagers cleaned up and out. So now I guess we can just go into this shulker box full of beetroot, toss them out at them, and remember that they need beds to breed. Guess we better go find some sheep. Alright, beds acquired, and hopefully they will start producing some baby villagers. You know what? Oh! Oops. That may be some problem. I guess I'm gonna go grab another villager. Alright, so we now have villagers being produced. And part of the reason I set up the breeder here is because I wanted jungle villagers in this trading hall. So now, hopefully, eventually this guy will maneuver into that hole down there, provided that cartographer there actually moves out of the way. Oh, there we go. So now if we can get that guy down there, there we go. He'll then drop into that hole, which will carry him down a water stream into the area down here. So now all we have to do is just get him into a cell, and we should be good. So I think what I want to do is I want to start this little guy off as a mason once he grows up, because according to my calculations, in order to get all of the different trades from villagers, the minimum number of villagers is 128. So we need another 127 of these little guys. And about a quarter of them are stonemasons. And well over a quarter are librarians. So while we wait for that guy to grow up, we can start working on our decoration for in here. And I think I'm just going to have a wall going around here. And this is where we will have a staircase headed down to the second floor. And then what we're going to do is we'll have this wall leading down the stairway down to the second level, which will be right about here, I believe. And our pattern that we had up on top will repeat itself. And then what we're going to do is all of these places here that still have stone in them, we will clear out. So we have a nice big wide open space, and we will take the center area, I think about 2 blocks out from the spawner, and go down a few blocks, and we will just drop all of the zombies here into a lava pit. Because to be perfectly honest, we don't need the rotten flesh. We have plenty of it. You know what? I completely forgot about beds. So you know what? We will place the beds on that layer, which I think those actually have to be solid blocks. Which means this layer is the one where the second trading hall layer will be. And if I'm not mistaken, it should take us about 3 layers to actually get all of the trades that we want. So I'm going to go get this part dug out and fenced up. And then I will be right back once this guy decides to grow up. Alright, so we've just had a zombie villager spawn, and one of our masons has reduced his prices, at least for what he's buying, which means that this guy is now fully leveled up. However, our other 2 did not. May have to play about with that. So because these 2 just aren't reducing their prices, we may just have to remove them and replace them, which is probably honestly going to be easier. However, we at least know that the trading hall does in fact work. So it seems like this may be a little temperamental. Apparently we have a zombie villager down there. So we may have to fiddle around with this. However, I am going to work on getting the rest of these guys in, and hopefully we should have a full trading hall. So it's going to be a little annoying to get new villagers set up in here. However, we do know at least that the trading hall here works, because we have one villager here at low prices. Our other guy here that we've linked, evidently there has not been a zombie villager since he linked. Let's see if we can't darken it up in there a little bit more. And hopefully it won't take too long before we get enough villagers. And I'm thinking we're going to make this wall here and this entire back wall here all masons for all of the different terracottas. And then along this wall we'll put in a leather worker, and a few others, because there are quite a few villager trades that we only need a handful of villagers for, so we will put those along this wall. So I'm thinking leather worker, farmers, armor smiths, toolsmiths. We'll just have them all along here. Then I think maybe this wall we'll put some of our librarians. And a few of the others. I think shepherds will definitely go on the second row. And something else that I think that we will do is we will mirror our staircase down that we have over there on this side here. And that will allow us to reach the second floor, which is going to have most of our shepherds and librarians, without having to walk all the way around. Hey, wandering trader. And as per usual, nothing really good. So I'm going to continue breeding up and linking villagers. And then I will be right back. Alright, so we've got a few more stonemasons here in place, as well as a weaponsmith and a leather worker here. Although I have no idea if these two actually are getting the discount. However, I've discovered a bit of a problem. So it turns out that I built this side one block too close, which means we have to go push this all back one block, which isn't going to be horrible for most of this. However, it means that we need to shift this guy back a block and all of these guys over by one. And it looks like we have a cat party. Alright, so we've got the back wall shifted and got a few more villagers in, which means we now have trades for glazed magenta, light blue, and white terracotta, as well as a few others. And we're mostly just waiting on another zombie villager so that we can look at the trades of some of these other guys, as we now have all of the leather workers and weaponsmiths that we have. These guys did go down to a discount, which is good. We've got half of our clerics and quite a few more stonemasons. But I think I'm going to get the rest of these guys filled in either off camera or on a live stream. So that is going to be about it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.